Hello, thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to know that out of curiosity or by referral, you came to my daily message. And today my message is one of hope and encouragement, where I can share with you what has happened in my life. I came to Florida 3 years ago with $500 in my pocket after I had lost my portfolio of real estate in the state of Texas, in particular in the city of Houston, where I had many properties and I lost it. And after I lose all those property, I had to regroup, rethink, and redirect my life. I had one or two options. One was continue banging my head against the wall, or start fresh and new somewhere else. So I thought in my mind that I could come to Florida and start to build fences. But in Florida, there was no fence to be built. People in Florida don't have fence. All the properties are open from one house to another, from one yard to another. The perimeter is there, but there is no fence there. It was quite shocking after I came here. So again, I had to regroup my thoughts, and I had to think, what am I going to do now? So I decided to put a little ad on a classified web page, and I found a few fences to build. So I was in a hotel with my wife, and I had to really think fast, because I know there was not going to be too many fences to be built here. So as I drove up and down the streets, I found that there were lots of canals, and on those canals there were lots of boats, and everybody have a boat in their yard, or in the boat slip, or on the boat lift, the backyard. So I came to the realization that fancy was no a business to be here in Florida, and boat was the business to be in. So I remember that I am an upholsterer by trade. My father was an upholsterer. I had to learn how to do upholstery. Since I was born in a family of 15 kids, I had to do it. So I ran an ad on this web page, classified, under boat, that I did boat covers. Never done boat in my entire life. Never done boat cover in my entire life. But I had an opportunity in front of me, a golden opportunity that could really take me off of the ground and at least put a roof over my head and food on my table. So on the first ad, I got a job from a Canadian guy who had a boat that needed to be redone. New windows, new bimini top, new cover. And I didn't know the price, but I knew it had to be at least $2,200. Later I found out that it should have been $4,000. But since I had no name and no experience, I decided to try out. So the gentleman gave me a deposit of $1,100 right then and there. Right there and then I had no more financial problem. I know that these customers were going to finance me. Every time I get a deposit, it's like a loan. And my profit comes when I finish the job. So I went and I bought a sewing machine for $175. I didn't have one until that day. I went to Home Depot and I bought a piece of plywood and 2 horses. And I started to work at a boat club in Cape Coral 3 years ago. 3 years and 1 month and 5 days. So I decided to keep the ad running. So there was lots of customers who had bought that boat storage facility, and they saw me working under the sun, hot sun. And they came to me, "Can you repair my zipper on my cover? Can you patch my cover? Can you do the snap on my cover?" My answer was always yes, show me the money. And they kept on giving me deposits and giving me money. So to make this story short, I never more had to be thinking where the next money is coming from, because every day I had money in my pocket. So the point is, whatever you're going through right now, just think what you can do to add values to somebody, property, life, business. They will give you a chance. You have to advertise somehow. Either go door to door or phone calls or refer. In my case, it was more referral. Once I did one, that guy took the duty upon himself of finding new clients for me. So he kept me busy. I didn't know how to do the job. It took me about 60 days to finish his job because I didn't know how to do it. But from that job, I jumped into another job, into another job, into another job. So 1 year and a half, I thought I was working too much. I was making good money. But I decided that I could do better than that. So I bought one boat and I sold that boat. And now I have over 100 boats in a year and a half period. What am I saying is that don't become a boat canvas expert if you're not. Don't become a boat salesman if you're not. But look inside of you, whatever your passion is, and pursue it. It may be just that thing that you used to do and you no longer wanted to do it, but now because of the lack of opportunities out there, you have to go back. I thought I was a real estate mogul. I was flying high, living a luxurious condo, driving Mercedes, a lot of cash in the pocket. And that was not it. I had to go down. And now I'm up again. I'm up against many big boat companies, many big boat guys, retail and wholesalers. But I'm doing okay. My word to you is pursue your passion for whatever it is. My mother used to say that for every twisted foot, there is a twisted shoe. Somebody will buy your art if you have a passion for that. But you need to keep on trying to sell it. Can't give up. Just because nobody bought it doesn't mean nobody will ever buy it. There will always be somebody that will say, wow, this is beautiful. And you can always improve. You can always do something to change the look, the appearance, or to fit your product better to the need of your audience. Having said that, I would encourage you to keep on trying. Never give up. Because inside of you, in your talents, there is a bunch of made to be made. It is in you. It's nobody else but in you. Good night.